Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Texans and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
Typically, he's been a career backup, but when given an opportunity to be a starter, he's looked awfully good at times, understands how to navigate defenses, and delivers with precision.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Thomas brings it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff for Gibson. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Jones again on second down. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And does Washington have it? They do.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 60 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tight 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now it's Watson. A check down here to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Oh, good move. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Here's Patterson. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw play. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run with Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jared Patterson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A first down throw for Mills. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play action now. Mills. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And the grab by Croft. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And here's Joseph Charlton now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Johnson on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones, 60 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. On 2nd and 9, Mills. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Mills now from the 50. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Johnson. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 68 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career, but what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but by bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mills on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Swings this out here for Cohen. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Danny Johnson returning.
Let's go, baby.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And a Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Jamin Davis able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Johnson to return it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First possession of the second half now for Washington. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Got a man, it's Ricky Seals-Jones.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one, 31 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jared Patterson ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Taking it about the 36. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And he finds Seals-Jones complete. Touchdown! Ricky Seals-Jones ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner.
He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
To put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now left side on the swing pass. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Mills. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Mills again. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to try and go deep again. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this one to Collins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards to pick up there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the fourth quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A huge play there for Washington.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Patterson on the carry.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. One last shot from Mills.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.